Now, driver of the day. Wow, there is so many people to choose from here. I was surprised to see a lot of or maybe I'm not that surprised, but to see all the sort of same people being in the popular vote. Now, it's obviously Vettel won the popular vote. That's to be expected. I think anybody could have seen that coming. I do want to give a shout out to a couple of people before I give mine. Now, Giovinazzi finished a brilliant P11. I know he didn't get any points, but he started at the back of the grid, kept his nose clean, had some decent overtakes. I mean, he overtook Bottas for P13. He held up Sainz for a very long time and clearly had the pace to hold him. He was up 5 places on the first lap. Classic Giovinazzi start. He really is pretty underrated, I think, and it's good to see him doing well. Alonso had a pretty underrated performance as well. He was clearly struggling with his machinery in the race. He started P8, had some difficulties in the race. I think he had a deployment issue at one point, and this is one track where that is really going to hurt you for obvious reasons, because it's got one of the longest periods of full throttle anywhere on the calendar. But he took 3 or 4 places at the restart to take P6, which is a good result for Alpine. I felt a bit gutted for Ocon, no points for the team. Obviously, he retired with an issue, but yeah, Alonso did well too. Perez was obviously fantastic. We've already talked at length at his letting it click. I'm going to go with the popular vote. It has to be Sebastian Vettel. He looked very comfortable in the race. He had an unfortunate qualifying, but still managed to preserve those tyres. Looked comfortable out there. Grabbed a fantastic podium. He thoroughly deserved it. So I'm going to go with the popular vote. I know I've said before that I like to use it to highlight unsung performances, but yeah, it was Vettel and Perez were both so good that it felt churlish not to give it to one of them. So I'm going to go with Vettel.
Okay, I was going to go Vettel just because of everything you said, and it was the fan favorite, and I can see why. But I'm actually going to give my driver of the day to Sergio Perez, and mainly, I mean, he's had a fantastic performance, and he won the race. But I just want to take it back to the first set of pit stops where he was held up for 4 seconds. Or his teammate had pitted, the Mercedes had pitted, and yet he continued out on those tyres, was setting quite competitive lap times, if not faster than the rest of the grid, was pulling away from various cars, came into the pits. He would have come out in P1 if that had been a sub 2 second pit stop, which we know Red Bull can do, and they have achieved many a times. And that, to me, that is what drive of the day is worth. That he started in, well, where did he start actually? I can't remember. Was it P4?
I can't remember. Perez qualified in P7 but got P6 because Lando was penalised.
So he, qualified in P6 and then managed to put it into P1. Well, should have put it in P1 by the end of the first pit stop phases, which was absolutely incredible. His pace was great, kept Lewis behind him for the majority of the race, and even at the restart managed to just stay calm, cool and collective, and took it all the way to the finish line. So Sergio Perez gets my driver of the day.
Both very, very thoroughly well-deserved owners. Like I say, it just would feel wrong to give it to anyone else. Sometimes I do want to be a bit of a driver of the day hipster and be like Schumacher, but ultimately, even though I feel that way, I look at the results and I'm like, it's got to be this person, really, isn't it? It's just so good.
If any of the Williams drivers or Haas drivers score points, they will automatically get my driver of the day. Don't hold me to that. I might have to change my mind, but yeah, that's driver of the day worthy for Schumacher and the rest of those drivers.